you are. Oh, there you are. Where you been? Welcome to the show, everyone. Welcome to Cubecast, episode 51. With me, your host, Mike off of speedcubing. Lovely to have you here. Nice to have your company on this Thursday morning, a very windy Thursday morning here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Hey Sawyer, what's up H-Perm? Hello Ephemica. Hello Clement, double A cubing lurking around as well. What's up Coca? I sent you some cubes the other day. Did they arrive? You must have had them by now. They must have arrived by now. Jeez, it took a minute, didn't it? The story there is I had some more Tianma X3s. My favorite little cube at the moment. I think I still love it. I do like the ES. I've been using that a lot, but I love the more Tianma. Sold a couple on pre-order, and then basically as soon as I did, my supplier was like, "Oh, yoink, they've been discontinued." And I was like, "Oh, dang. Well, there's a thing. That's sad. First of all, because I love it." And sad because a couple of people have ordered those, and now I need to now I need to deal with that. Luckily, Speedcube Shop came through. They had a couple in stock, so I had to buy them from America at like basically, you know, at full price. Have them shipped over here, then send them out. So that was expensive. But when you sell something on pre-order, I feel like you have to follow through, you know? You do have to follow through. Morally speaking, from my own point of view, and also legally speaking, you can't just sell stuff on pre-order and then just be like, "Oh, psych." Can't have that. Hey, I'm going to level with you, everyone. I don't know what we're doing today. We are kind of freestyling. I'm leaving myself at the whim of the chat. I saw a little F2L video. It's like 2.5 minutes. The 5 essential rules of F2L. By somebody called Kyōob. I'd quite like to take a look at that. Oh, they also have a video called The Problem with the Cubing Community. Interesting. Do we know this person? Do we know Kyōob? I'm not subscribed. This just popped up on my home. So there's the essential rules of F2L, which I think I'd be interested to learn. I don't know about you all. Probably you all you probably all know this stuff, but I don't. Projda's here. Welcome, Projda. Hello, Cubing Austria. Popey Jopey. I'd like to watch this video about the 5 essential rules of F2L. It's a bit of a blind, but you know, let's do that. F2L. I think I'd quite like to. I'm intrigued by the title of The Problem with the Cubing Community. I think I'd like to take a look at that. I don't know, this kind of looks, there's definitely some conversation happening on it. People are calling this person the next big YouTuber. So okay, all right, we need to take a look at that. Absolutely, we do. Hold on. Problem with the cubing community, and then a little linky. Someone did suggest something a minute ago. We love Discords, don't we, folks? What's up, Simon? Welcome along. Who just recommended something? Wait a minute. No, there was comments on a video. There's comments on a video somebody made. And I think it was the one where we talked about, I think it was this one here. This one here, and then we go to comments, and somebody said, I need to take a look at something. React to current ASR single. Is that to, I wonder if that's to say the ASR clock single. Let's have a look for that. I'm assuming it's clock. ASR clock single. 3 weeks ago. I'm guessing it's probably that. That's 2 months ago, the 222. Mike, did you see Dylan's driving live stream? Dylan did a driving live stream? No, I didn't see that. I think this is potentially the one. ASR clock single question mark. What's up, skew velocity? Okay, so we'll have a look at that. People are confirming that Carl Aberquez is that's the video I should take a look at. Okay, apparently there's a great reaction. Love to see that. Okay, let's go back to my subbies here. Oh, he did a 2-minute live stream on the way to Cali. That's funny. Good on him. He's on the big trip. Doing that big trip on the way to Cali, huh? That's cool. What else have we got here? What else have we got here that's cubing? What else has happened? Double A cubing. I did have it scheduled for 10. You're 6, but then I pulled it back because I got things done much quicker than I thought I was going to. Oh, I did want to maybe take a look at Luke's video on prep. That looks like it might be interesting. Bit of Luke car wisdom. Luke in the car. I did see Max's sub 4.2 to 7 relay. Is that worth? I wonder if that's worth looking at. I'm not sure if there's much commentary I can add to that. Well, it'll be more commentary that's in it currently, I guess. That's pretty cool. Look, he's got a little baby display. I want one of them. I have one of them. What am I doing? Rubik sent me one of them. I need to figure out. What I'm going to do with it. What I really want is the Qi Bluetooth timer, just there, or maybe like here, above my head, so that I could be solving here, and you can see the time behind me. That'd be quite swag, hey? That'd be pretty swag, I reckon. If you never try, you'll never know. Okay, so this might be something to look at. Come on, YouTube. Don't muck me around here. Come on. Ugh. Boring. Right, I'm open to suggestions. Has anything happened in the last week? Yeah, Sawyer, I did say I wanted a green screen as well. A green screen would be good. Like for green screen would be great for the general, but you can always because if I had a roll up one, I could just pop it down for that, you know. I don't know. I'm tied because the thing about the green screen is you can loll it up and just have whatever background you want. Like I can take like other people's backgrounds and use them in my video just for fun. Like that would be pretty smart. I need to thank my. I need to do some a little bit of admin actually before we start because I need to thank all my channel members. Let me see. We'll just do this. We'll do this the hard way today. It's not going to be fun. Sawyer, what would the background be? Anything. Like the cubicle video background, you know, where Phil usually sits and solves cubes. I could put myself in there. I could put myself in the SCS studio. like any cuber who's got like a... I could put myself back in the old studio at the old house by just going and grabbing a screenshot of the old studio. That would be quite good. So many options. Thank you to all of my amazing channel members, of course. David Epstein, Songy Doi, Dino Cuber, Jake Spear, Adri TKE, Joseph Burnett, Joshua, Trian, Bruno, Chewbacca, Timmy Cubes, Gasper. Ugh, this is the worst. What if I did just 20 rows per page? Then I just flip through the pages. That might work. Where did I get to? I'm going to show you this. I want to show you this, okay? Because this is what I'm dealing with, okay? This is why I have trouble with this. Because every time I scroll down, it goes boop, back up to the top. Every time I scroll down, even if I hold the mouse, boop, back up to the top. Like, freaking annoying. Double A cubing, exactly. When I'm doing MSL, I can do the I can put the stadium behind me, you know what I mean? I could put PSL. I could put the PSL stage behind me. That would be peak. Speedcube review is in the chat and a big proponent of the green screen, of course. Green Screen Pro. I hope you're doing well, Sean. Who else? Let me see. Bruno, Chewbacca, Timmy, Gasper, Steph, Oxford. I actually can't do this. It keeps pinging back up. It keeps resetting every single time. I need to download it. So you need a little music while I just do a little bit of admin, everyone. Little bit of admin. Bear with me, everyone, and put your suggestions for things to take a look at in the chat, because I have not had a chance to even think about the show this week. I've been very, very busy at my proper job. Launched a new website. Feeling pretty good about that. I built it. Built a website, launched a website. What am I doing? I'm duplicating this, and then I'm gonna... Green screen was much easier than trying to always keep my cube shelves in order. Well, that's it. I can just add all my sponsor logos on the back there as well and not have to worry about all of that stuff. It would be a winner. Maybe I need to try fundraising for one. Because I'd like a nice roll-up one. You know that? Who's that company that makes the... What's the brand that makes my mat here? Elgato? Yeah, Elgato. Yeah, the Stream Deck people. Elgato make a really nice roll-up one that looks pretty sturdy. Because if it's up and down every week, I'm going to wreck it. So I want a decent one. 2025 08 28. The project is SpeedCube. The episode is CC 51. A little insight into my file naming protocols there for you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that. That's free, okay? That's free for you. Okay, more partial to a cube pile. Though that's an actual... I had a landslide over there last week, which is an issue as well. And I've still done nothing about it, actually, now I think about it. I can still see cubes, like, precariously stacked there. Come on, download. This is essentially like a live stream administrative lockup. What I'm experiencing right now. My members list is locked up, but it's important that I thank my members. So I'm going to do that by saving this file here, then opening this file like this with this button. And then I can turn the music off, and I can actually thank people. Thank you so much to my amazing channel members. Should we maybe have some ad music for this? That might be good, eh? Or some MSL music? No, I think I want ad music. Thank you so much to our amazing channel members. David Epstein, Sonyu Doi, Tran An Kwan, Eclipse Cubing, MH Cuber, Abjat Sahu, Boyu Zhuang, Jonas R, Gasper, Soda Lopez Grinberg, okay, Bruno Vivaldi, Dino Cuber, Popey Jopey, Sutton Cubes, Adrit TK, Joshua, Chewbacca Cuber, Roger Pearson, Jake Spear, Oxford Huang, Greg, Sim Cuber, Dave Neville, Timmy Cube, Steph, Mukhtar, Joseph Burnett, Ankit, Sanjil, Cubeast, Eric X, Hageza, Phi Kid Zero, Kauka, Jack Core, Efemica, Mr. Cuber, Prince Rajesh Singh, Paul Raj, Dubsas, Sam Deacon, Projta, Chang, Amethyst Mac, Jeremy Falanga, UK Cuber, Virus was Plastic, JB the Cube Guy, James Melby, Glenn's Cubing Corner, Benjamin Hanneman, John Baxter, Curious Nick. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for being members. I appreciate it very, very much. Oh, I got a bit... That made me a bit dizzy. I shouldn't have done the breath holding thing. We're going to have a game of MSL. The Mike Speedcubing League. We're back on track with that after a marathon session last week. We're back on track. So it's important that we stay on track. Is Dave even here? Is Dave here? Dave's not here, man. Game of Cubes. John's version. Here we go. No, not Game of Cubes. What are we looking at today? Oh my gosh. Regular me versus Gen Alpha me. Is it? Or is it the loser's bracket? No, I think we should have winner's bracket, shouldn't we? AA Cubing. Mike needs to hire an auctioneer to thank his members. Or maybe that's my next career arc. Maybe auctioneer is where we go after this. Who knows, everyone? Who knows? You know what I know? I'll tell you what I know. We have a match on our hands today, everyone. We have a match on our hands in Me 1 versus Me 2 Speedcubing. The Mike Speedcubing League. The most exciting, bar none, Speedcube League on the internet. Or off the internet. You can keep your Monkey League. You can keep your PSL. This is where it's at. This is where it happens. The Mike Speedcubing League. Today we have got an incredible matchup. We are going to start securing some round 4 spots in the winners table here. We've got regular me versus Gen Alpha me. Regular me, of course, defeated sarcastic me, then FTO me to hang on to the first round spot, to the winners round spot. Gen Alpha me having defeated even older me, and then Timmy me. What a battle that was. Timmy me versus Gen Alpha me was huge last week at the catch up. Really exciting scenes. Really exciting scenes here at the MSL. John Baxter with the gifted membership. Thank you so much. Cube with Nick got a membership. Good on you. Congrats. Well done. Thank you, John. Thank you, John, as well, for building the spreadsheet for me and making this happen. Yeah, tough lineup today, Coco. You're absolutely right. So Me 1 versus Me 2 Speedcubing. If you've never watched before, then my gosh, you're in for a treat. Some of the most incredible solving and intense competition you'll ever see happening right here, coming straight out of Littleton, New Zealand. Regular me is making his way over to the booth right now. It's been a minute since we've seen you, regular me, Me 1. What's been going on in your life since we last spoke, since your last match against FTO me? Honestly, very similar to what's been happening in yours. Been moving house. It's been rugby season for Charlie, so I've been running around. I've been doing the dad taxi stuff. I'm basically a dad taxi right now. That's the period of dad life I'm in at the moment. Just running around like an idiot. Yeah, it sounds relatable. I hear you on that. What have you done to prep for the match today? Well, last night was game night, so I had a bunch of people around here to play Settlers of Catan with the Seafarers expansion. We had a 5-player. It went on till about 1:45. So I'm pretty tired, honestly. And how did it go? How generally? I know I'm pretty bad generally at games. The 2 games I play are Warhammer and Catan, and I just lose all the time. But I really love to play. Like, I just love the process. Some would call it like some kind of humiliation fetish or something. You know, just getting beat all the time. I actually last night was an exceptional hiding. Like I was last, dead last. I'm often dead last, but not always. But I got absolutely rinsed. It was pretty embarrassing. The dice wrecked me. 8 and 6 wouldn't show up. It was tough, man. It was tough. Well, listen, that's it's an unorthodox preparation method, but it is what it is. Regular me making his way over to the warm-up area now. Gen Alpha me, a crowd favorite, just preparing to come in now as well into the booth. Gen Alpha me, I was schooled by my son the other day. I described something as Ohio, but it's my understanding that Ohio is not to be used as an adjective. Have you got anything can you clear that up for me? Yeah, listen, no cap. Ohio is a mid adjective, honestly. The antithesis of fire and hype. The antithesis of fire and hype would make a great book title. Now I think about it, like maybe could that be a future Game of Thrones book? Okay, you're being turbo cringe right now. Very Ohio. I feel like you just described me as Ohio, which would be using it as an adjective, which goes to suggest I haven't learned anything since yesterday, which my son will not be pleased to hear about. So, well, we're trying, we're trying. So regular me versus Gen Alpha me is what we're looking at today. It's the usual story, everyone. Best of 5. Gosh, that's a bit high, isn't it? Best of 5 is what we're looking at today. Where do I solve my cube? About here? That's about right, hey. Gen Alpha Mike, kind of skibbity no cap. Thank you, Coca. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm just hearing from the producers that regular me has requested a couple of warm-up solves. So we are going to just switch to them now. Just having a couple of warm-up solves. You all can grab a cube. Lots of 6-7s in the chat for Gen Alpha Mike. Oh, I need the poll. Hold on a minute. Start the poll. Who whims? Regular Mike, Gen Alpha Mike. It's a tough one today because these are two favorites, two crowd favorites. Nobody's going home today, but someone is going to the loser's bracket. I believe they're going to play either Sarcastic or Blind Me in the loser's bracket. But, this is their ticket potentially. This is the ticket to the semi-final. That's what today is. It's the ticket to the semi-final. A few warm-up solves happening right now. Play along at home. If you want R2-D2 spotted. Double R2-D2. Oh my days. If that isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Whoa, hey. Wrong screen. Did it again. Double A cubing. Gen Alpha versus Timmy again. Oh, we could have a rematch. You're absolutely right. Could we? Would it go into there? Let's find out. Winner's bracket. So let's just say regular me wins. Gen Alpha me would go up against Sarcastic me or Blind me. But there is a possibility that Gen Alpha me and Timmy me could meet again. If Timmy me goes into the loser's bracket today. Oh no. Oh, I've broken things. Okay. Now I can't put that back to nothing. Can I? Can I just make that nothing? If I do that, does it wreck the drop down? No, it doesn't. Great. Sorry, John. I'm touching stuff I shouldn't be touching. That's my bad. Okay. We were doing a warm-up solve, weren't we? Come on. Stop wasting time, everyone. Unbelievable. Here we go. I'm not good at cubes. It's an issue. There's 3. There's... Oh, there it is. There it is for a J-perm. Woof. That's tough. That's tough. I'm glad we got the warm-up. One more. That was not a good omen from our boy R2-D2 there, was it? It was kind of sucky. Oh no, I didn't do that right. I should have watched the F2L video before I started solving. That's the problem I'm having here. Where were you, Cubes? Where were you when I needed you? Oos. Alrighty, and A-perm. I remember the name. I remember the A-perms are not V-perms or vice versa. My Discord sorted that out for me after the marathon MSL stream the other day. Okay, so it's time to battle regular me, feeling nice and warmed up now. Let's find his me one regular me. Here we go. Coming off 21.7 mean of 3, a 22.6 average of 5. Very impressive numbers. I don't know if we're going to see them today. That seems like a bit of a reach, but here we are. The Scramblers have the cube now. They're working on the 16-step check-in process that we do. Best Scramblers in the game. We simply do not accept mistakes here on the MSL. Okay, regular me. Looking pretty happy with this. We're red. There we go. Okay, he's taking a little bit of time setting up that F2L. 1's in, 2 is in, 3 is in progress. There's 4 for an easy split and a bar for the triple sexy. Should learn a better alg. And that's a G. G. It's one of the G's. No, it's not. Oh, shoot. Ooh, a double PLL there and a sarcastic round of applause coming at the audience. Not a great start for regular me. He's not going to be happy with that at all. He may be very, very shook. Gen Alpha me stepping up to the plate now, ready to respond to that 32. Looking very pleased with himself. And R2D2 straight off the bat there. Look at that. I'm not sure what I did with that G-perm, but I'm going to try and not get shook. I mean, I'm not sure what he did with that G-perm. But we'll try and not let it get to us. Where orange, there's 1. That's 2. He's got good eyes on these. There's 3. 4 is there for easy split and it's in. There's the hook. There's a handstand. And that's... oh, it's the same one. Okay, it was an execution error because it was the same... oh, shoot. Hold on. Hold on. I hit the wrong one. The break screen is right next to the applause screen. 23.88, which means a nice, easy first point for Gen Alpha me, which is going to be an upset for the regular Mike camp. Although Gen Alpha me taking the favorite spot at the moment. So we are on Gen Alpha Mike to set solve number 2. The cube now with the Scramblers. Gen Alpha Mike just stealing himself before starting inspection. And here we go. He's off. Okay. Oh. He's good. He looks confident. Don't get shook by that. Just a little bit of extra inspection granted for that technical error. Really confident cross solving. Got a little bit lost on the way to that second pair. That first pair, I should say, beg your pardon. There's 3 are in. 4 is not an optimal setup, but he's got it. There's a lot of moves. A fish on its head. Getting hammered with the G-perms today for a 25.59 for Gen Alpha. Pretty average stuff, honestly. Let's see. There's an opportunity here, certainly, if regular Mike can get himself out of the headspace that first solve left him in. He should be good. Trying with an R to finish. Oh, and inspection starts. Okay. I'm on the right screen? Yeah, I am. Marvelous. I think I'm going to do that, then that. Really fascinating tech happening today. Experimenting with some new player microphones. So if you hear some chatter during the solves, it may not just be commentary. It may be the chatter, the solver themselves. we will not be allowing Zesty Mike to use that. Because the risk of monetization being taken away will be too high. Ooh, big stuff. 25.3 versus 25.59. And oh my days, it's close. It's close, but regular me has taken that one. Regular me has taken a point. Wow. It's incredibly closely tied up so far here at this winners match in the MSL. Brought to you by G Fuel, Speedcube Shop, and Cubing Life Academy. Okay. Me one, regular me. Getting ready to set the time on solve number 3. Yep. Okay, here we go. There it is. Whoa, what happened there? Huge mistake. What we classify in the league technically as a fat-handed user error. And that might just shake regular Mike. There's an hourglass OLL for RB. Whoa! 27.9. It's not great. Not great times today, everyone. Pretty embarrassing, honestly. Whoa. I nearly forgot to change onto the other guy. Gen Alpha Mike stepping up to the plate now. You could say it was a massive mistake, double A cubing. I'll leave the chat to have fun with that. Gen Alpha responding now to that 27. Yeah, 27.9. Regular Mike just not performing today in any sort of way, shape, or form that we're used to seeing. Tough day at the office for the old man. There's a pair though. That's nice. That was well spotted in the back section there. That goes over here and that goes over here. And there's a dot for a bar for one of those. For another hellish G-perm. 25.29 is good enough for Gen Alpha Mike. He's going to go 2 ahead. He's going to go 1 ahead, putting us at a match point situation here in today's match. So this solve being set by Gen Alpha Mike could be our match point. Let's see what he can do. He's got to be feeling pretty confident. The way regular Mike is solving today is pretty bad, honestly. Pretty bad. Okay. Gen Alpha Mike getting ready to set solve number 4. Potentially the last solve of the match today. I did it again. It's the wrong screen. Oh, Cupid Nick. True. Eddie's got a new video. Got to watch Eddie's new vid. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. I forgot about that one. I haven't watched the whole thing yet. Okay, here we go. Gen Alpha Mike stepping up to set solve number 4. Oh, it was a free pair and it was in position. He fluffed it. Pretty embarrassing. Not very skibbity of him. There's a hook. And there's a fish on its tail. And this is an E-perm. Oh, that's tough. E-perm for a 22, though. Not bad at all. Pretty impressive stuff from Gen Alpha Mike. Given the form we've seen from regular Mike, we're going to need a miracle to beat a 22 right now. A deadly silence falls across the crowd here at the Dave Neville Memorial Stadium. Dave's not dead. Just to be clear. Of course, we spent last season in the J-Perm Memorial Stadium. Or we were in the first half of the season in the J-Perm Memorial Stadium. He's not dead either. But that was at my old house. Okay. Oh, this is a big pause. A huge mistake. Really not a good start there by the old man. Regular Mike. Kind of struggling here. And F2L's done. It's a dot. It's a T. It's headlights-ish. Oh, and a skip for 22.85. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. PLL skip. Is it good enough? Is it good enough to beat? It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Tim. No, wrong music. That one. It's not good enough, everyone. It's not good enough. Gen Alpha Me. Despite an incredible last minute performance and a skip from regular me, it was not good enough. Gen Alpha Me will proceed to the next one. So regular me, now in the losers bracket, will go up against sarcastic me or blind me. Fascinating stuff. Fascinating stuff. It's getting very tight. So there's no... So Timmy Me, there's a chance... The only chance of a Timmy Me versus Gen Alpha Me rematch is going to be, I think, in one of the finals now, right? Gen Alpha Me could meet Timmy Me. If Timmy Me can beat the losers bracket, then we could have a Gen Alpha Me versus Timmy Me final. Which could be wild. Absolutely wild. Ooh, Gen Alpha Me now rating 69% in the poll, which is perfect. So I'm going to end that now. Thank you very much. Love that for us. Love to see it. Don't we, folks? Absolute scenes here. Absolute scenes here at the Dave Neville Memorial Stadium. He's not dead. Absolute scenes. Wonderful solving. A very intense match. The chat's going crazy. The crowd's going wild. Regular me coming across to the booth now. Tough match for you today. I don't want to say I told you so, but was playing games until like midnight last night the best idea? Listen, I'm not going to get hung up on regrets. I've been spanked by a younger model, and that's what it is. You know, we're going to step aside for the new generation coming in. And we just gotta accept what's happening. So you're looking at either sarcastic me or blind me in the losers bracket. Either of those giving you much to worry about? Not really. So I mean, sarcastic me is I'm so aligned with sarcastic me anyway. You know, some people have suggested that we are the same person. It's obviously ridiculous, but we're very closely aligned. Blind me, he's been struggling to think of things to say for 3 matches now. He's becoming tired. He's becoming played out. I'm not really fussed. He's sweating because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Him and FTO Mike, absolutely sweating. They had about enough material for the first interview. 3 interviews later, they're really floundering, so I'm not fussed. Fair enough. Good observations there from regular Mike. Taking that defeat pretty well. Stepping into the booth now, Gen Alpha Me. Anything you need to add about your performance today? Listen, the conditions were skibbity. My performance was skibbity. The scrambles were also skibbity. I've never been further from Ohio, frankly. It was a good time. And what can I say? Regular me was turbo mid. Thank you so much, Gen Alpha Me. Inspiring stuff as always. Gen Alpha Me proceeding on to the next stage in the competition. That was me 1 versus me 2 cubing, everyone. Great stuff. And you know what goes well with a game of MSL, me 1 versus me 2 speedcubing? Some advertisements by the fine people and goods and services and products that support the show. Thank you so much to Speedcube Shop. You can use code Cubecast at Speedcube Shop to save 5% off all your stuff. Do you like cubes? Go buy some at Speedcube Shop. Why don't you? Why don't you? No, I'm serious. Why don't you? Why do you not do that? Unbelievable. Cubing Life Academy. If you want to be good at cubes, if you want to be as good as Gen Alpha Me at solving cubes, or possibly even better, allegedly, go to Cubing Life Academy. Use code Cubecast to save 5% on one of their amazing courses over there as well. Shout out to the whole team. I have a website too where you can buy stuff if you live in New Zealand and Australia. It's called speedcube.co.nz, and I sell cube sauce there. Cube sauce is my amazing lube. Where else can I buy cube sauce, I hear you ask? Well, shut up and listen, everyone. Speedcubing.org in the UK, they stock it. Crafty Cube in Australia, they stock it too. What a bunch of cool guys stocking cool products. You can also use code Mike32314 at gfuel.com to save 20%. 20% on delicious, nutritious G Fuel. Don't get the caffeinated stuff if you're under 18 or 16 or whatever the rules are in your country. Don't be an idiot. But you can save 20% there on G Fuel. Keep yourself sharp. Honestly, I like the concentration hydration ones. Mwah. Those are great. They sent me some of them the other week, and it's outstanding. They also do some beautiful steel bottles too. Look, I got my little water bottle here. I better get hydrated. I'm hydrated again, everyone. Wonderful. Thank you so much to all our sponsors who let us do the things that we can do here.
Say the line, Bart.
Use code Cubecast. Flawless. Flawless editing. What are we going to take a look at first then, hey? What are we going to take a look at first? Should we have a look at Eddie's video, maybe? We've got the F2L video that I wanted to take a look at. It's very short, but it's 5 essentials of F2L, and I want to see if I'm missing any of them. There's the problem with the cubing community video. I'd like to take a look at that. That sounds very interesting and intriguing. There's an ASR clock single reaction I need to check out. Luke shot a video in the car, and there's Eddie's video as well. So we've got a lot to look at, honestly. A lot of stuff. And Max Park doing his massive relay as well. Massive relay. Massive relay. You know what else is massive? Max's relay. That's what. Bear with me, everyone. I'm just going to send a text message here. Someone's after me. Streaming just now. Problems? Urgent? Boss from the other job asking if I'm working today. Not for you, sir. But we'll find out what the situation is. We'll find out what's going on. Okay. Did anyone have... Nobody's expressed an interest in anything in particular. Let's look at Eddie's video, eh? Eddie... Oh, nothing urgent. We're good. We're good. Eddie... No. I don't think anyone handed. No. This is just bodybuilders. No, that's not what I'm after. It's EDDE, isn't it? If anyone's got the link, that'd be great. Now, if I'm in my subscriptions, I should be fine. I'm trying to chop down all the subscriptions that I've got on my SpeedCube YouTube channel so that it's just SpeedCube stuff. Because I've used it as my main YouTube for so long. I'm trying to wind that back now. Where are you, Eddie? His channel's quite hard to find on its own. Oh, we've got a GAN 16 review from Projta as well, actually. That could be interesting. That was fast. Cubing Leagues, are you talking the YouTuber Kyōob? Yeah, I am. I've got a couple of videos of his that I want to take a look at today. I've just discovered him. Where the hell are you, Eddie? Where is your video? How do I can't even, how do I find his channel? He's so... Wait. There he is. I got him. Frickin' got him. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, Eddie was the guy who took a keychain cube and made an interesting mod wherein the middle layers could move completely independently of the outside layers. He's now made an improved version, and if I know my onions, and I don't know many onions, but the onions I know are hardware. That's a GAN 251M Pro right there. I know because I was working on one the other day for someone. And I wonder what this is on the outside. Fascinating. Let's hear what Eddie's got to say about this. I guess I have watched this because it was all the way through here. Or I skipped part of it anyway. But let's take a look. Eddie's been cooking, everyone. Eddie's been cooking again.
I would like to begin by thanking everyone for the support since the last video. Lots of
no worries, Eddie.
Ideas and criticism. And it's because of this encouragement and motivation that I can now present this improved 3x3.
Exciting.
But before we start getting into how this turns, I would like to talk about a couple of things. The first, Oscar van Deventer made a cube like this back in 2012 after a suggestion by Jens the Renders. So I was not the completely first one, though I did discover this mechanism independently.
Although it's not the first one in the world, Eddie didn't know about the first one when he came up with his first idea. But now he's running with it. I don't have a problem with it. Chang is saying 251M leap. Okay, all right.
The handy cube.
Nobody likes that one.
But I believe a 2x2 core is a more descriptive name and simply overall better, so I'll be using it instead of handy cube moving forward. But simply to get everything straight with the credit and so on, that I should not be considered the initial inventor in that sense.
He's not the inventor. Oh, god dang, this is a 27-minute video. Okay, do we have chapters here already? I can't watch a half-hour video. That's going to be tough. Let me see. Where do we want to get to? Let's get to the goods. Do we want to look at the... we know that we understand the theory. I want to see the guts of this one. We understand the theory. We've been through that before. If you want to go in deep, you can go and you can watch Eddie's video, of course. I'll have it linked.
Curves and everything should move, but the pieces simply get stuck on each other due to the high amount of friction, which overall slows it down a bit.
Corner
the
cutting.
Pieces are also quite heavy.
Not bueno.
Overall, the cube is about 111 grams.
111 grams.
A bit too much. I was not really able to solve this with one hand, but it is.
Oh, I like the black stickers.
Good enough to be solved with two hands. So, and I will talk a bit more.
I want to see it working doing the slices
later and do and disassembling.
Oh, here we go.
It's heavy. When you try to do like middle slice, they get a lot of momentum, and so you start the move with a flick, and then it continues. And the point of the magnets here is to catch it. But if the pieces are too heavy, they will overshoot a bit.
Right.
Because of the momentum, and you can,
sounds a bit dry there.
Get stronger magnet, but that isn't so nice and doesn't work well with the free moving slice feature, and also increases weight.
Chang, I'm trying to see if I can print his file too. Wait, is which part of this is 3D printed? Did he 3D print the outer? I could believe that by the way it sounds.
By itself.
I could believe that by the way it sounds.
Over everything else, not just for one-handed solving, but also two-handed. So I believe, in that sense, the potential for this has gone up quite a lot.
The entire exterior is 3D printed. Okay, so that's a problem. That's a problem. That's why it sounds so bad, and that's why it's having such a friction issue. He said this was after hours of sanding. Yeah, that's tough. It's still not the right cube, is it?
My previous prototype.
Or there is no cube that exists.
Which was mostly just a proof of concept. Had a fairly big gap between that one and like a finished product. With this one, the gap has closed quite a lot.
That's why we're not getting corner cutting as well. Okay, so I want to see it performing. Okay, here we go. He's going to show us the mechanism.
If we take off the center cap, we will see inside the can.
I can see why he wants to. I can see why he wants to print the outside, because it solves a lot of issues, doesn't it? Because he wants to use an established 2x2 guts. That makes sense. But there's only limited puzzles that he could use to fit around those guts. So he's had to do something bespoke. Chang, I wonder if resin print will still fix some of this issue. So resin print is a higher resolution, much higher resolution than layer by layer printing. There can sometimes still be lines in that. So much, much better, and would be an easier job to finish probably. There's a technique that people do with 3D printing where there's a spray that you can use which will essentially, like, I guess it must work like a polyurethane glue, like a poly cement, to essentially just melt the plastic a little bit, or maybe it just fills it up. I don't know. But I've seen people do that where they print something spherical or something organic, and they'll spray it and then very, very fine sand it, like polish sand it, and that'll get a really nice finish on it. So that's an issue. That's a potential. But resin printers are gross and messy and smelly and, you know, expensive, and you know, it's a whole different game. Acetone, thank you, Chaitanya. That spray would mess with tolerance. Oh, Chang, you do a lot of printing. Oh, so here I am telling you to suck eggs. You know what you're talking about. But so as far as I can tell, I think we agree that layer by layer, suboptimal for puzzles. Like, very suboptimal, hey? I can see the spray would mess with the tolerance if it builds up, or if it's subtractive. Like, either way, that's going to mess with the tolerance. I see what you're saying in there. What up, Richie? Welcome along.
251.
This is a very cool design. I will give him that. Like, just making that so accessible like that is really smart.
Take off the spring.
I do admire people who can, like, actually design 3D stuff. Like, CAD design is hard. I've done a little bit of it where I've, like, hacked other people's designs for I'll tell you what, actually, I've got one here. So this guy hasn't flown in a minute because he's got a busted motor that I haven't fixed yet. But this guy is one of my Cinewhoop drones. So this mount here is printed, and basically all I did was I added GoPro mounts to here and here, so I could flip it to vertical if I wanted to, and then put it on horizontal, bang in the center if I wanted to as well. So that's not a GoPro, it's a 4K run cam is what it's called. But yeah, that's like the extent of my design. And then I also I printed this mount as well. So I took the old file for the original mount with the footprint of the bolts, and then I stuck a GoPro mount on it there so I could put a regular GoPro bolt in it. That's like the extent. That's the extent of my CAD stuff, is taking existing designs and just chopping them up. Oh, that's what I did as well. This camera holder, it was extended out so that it would hold the ND filter on, but I wanted to be able to change my ND filters in the field. So I was like, oh, I'll just cut it with a knife, and then I remembered that CAD exists, so I was like, oh, I'll just cut it off in CAD, and then it won't print it, and it'll be the perfect length, so everything's good. Pretty fun, and that's with the squishy green, not the hard stuff. Anyway, sorry, Eddie, what were you saying? Show me the guts. Guts. Let's go.
Pull off the entire top layer.
Yes.
So this is how the inside looks. Here we have the outer edges.
Yeah, it's a massive sphere inside there, isn't it? Eddie! Oh, snap. You know what? You know what this cube looks like? The cube that he's printed looks very like a GAN iCarry. It looks very, very like a GAN iCarry, Eddie. Hold on a minute now. Here. Oh, jeez, it was right there, right on top. Hey, wait a minute, Edward, if that is your real name. This looks remarkably like a GAN iCarry, because the GAN iCarry is sort of known for having massive Bluetooth guts. Okay? Oh, jeez, this is going to be hard to put back together. Eddie, this might be it. All right? So let's take a look at Eddie's cube here. All right, tiny little center caps, great big void in the middle. Now let's look at this. Let's look at this eye carry. Okay. Very, very similar. I wonder. Ooh, fluff. I wonder if that's a potential as a base. Because I'll send you this one, Eddie, if you want. I don't need it. It doesn't work anyway. Stupid eye carry. I wonder if that's a possibility, Eddie. The GAN eye carry. Because that's what your print looks like. Your print looks an awful lot like an eye carry. Is what I'm seeing there. Sorry everyone, I'm just gonna send a text. I'm being called by people. Sorry. I don't know why the office are calling me. They know I don't work on a Thursday. Sorry everyone. Sorry about that. Eddie, get an eye carry. A first gen eye carry. And you might be cooking, sir.
Part of the issue.
Morning, Chris.
There's no real torpedoes and such. But I will talk about an idea here.
Tell us about your idea, Eddie.
Be able to improve this. Now, we can see here as well that I made sure to have some air between the inner and the inner 2x2 and the outer shell. But the GAN 251 is obviously not made for this, so the margin have been very slim. The outer 3x3 is 56 millimeters. By the way, it is not bigger than that. So it is
that's impressive to keep it all in there.
A properly sized 3x3. But in many ways, the GAN 251 was very suitable for this because the edges, the corner to edge magnets were located inside, so to speak, rather than between the...
We talked about this on stream when we watched Eddie's first video, that the 251 was a good candidate. I think he was already thinking about it. I don't think we gave him the idea.
The outer...
We spoke about it on the last time we watched this video.
Which allows me to get this effect. The better stability of the core, and not really have to sacrifice any performance and such by cutting down on the corners. Yeah,
that's cool. It's a perfect candidate for being in there. The perfect candidate. I wonder if you even need the edge magnets. Oh gosh, we're getting into some very technical stuff here as well. What are we talking about? Is this the centers? This is a big video. It's a bit of a difficult one to react to because it's massive and there's no chapters, so it's hard to see where I am. However, what I can see is a definite progression from where we were when we saw the prototype to come into this one. Eddie, I reckon maybe you've looked at it already, but I reckon it's worth having a think about the GAN eye carry. If you can find an old one. If you want my one, I'll send it to you, because it's no use as a Bluetooth cube anymore. I actually got rid of them all in the move, but I had a load of old faulty eye carries from that Gen 1 that I held onto for years because I'm very silly. But you could have that one if you want, Eddie. Very interesting. Glad to see it. I think there's still a lot of debate about what the actual tangible use case would be. But it's very, I love to see a man on a mission. Like, I love to see a man deep in the tinker, you know what I mean? Just like deep on the mission, trying to solve a problem. It's good fun. It's good fun having a wee mission like that. So good on you, Eddie. Glad to see that progressing. And I will be excited if he sees this. I think I've got him on messages. If he sees this, then maybe have a look at the iCarry, and see if that might help you out. I think that's the end of that one, hey? Very cool. Love to see that from Chang. Let's I want to check out this F2L video, right? Because here's the thing. I know about 3 things about F2L. And our friend Kyōob here is promising to teach me 5 things about F2L. 5 is 2 more than 3. Fans of mathematics will be able to corroborate that for me. 5 is 2 more than 3. And I want to learn more about F2L because I'm real bad. There's an insert that I've seen people do where I'm like, wait, huh? It like comes in from the bottom. It's like if you got as if you had a regular pair. Okay, as if you had a regular pair. Oh shoot, wrong button. If you got a regular pair to insert, right, like that. But I've seen people do that where it comes in through the bottom, and I'm like, wait, what in the hell was that? Do you know what I mean? Is that a thing where it comes in through the bottom? Anyway, I want to have a look at this. 5 Essential Rules of F2L by Kyōob.
I don't like boring intros, so here are 5 of the most important rules of F2L you must...
Alright, I already love this channel. Already love it. Let's go.
...must follow. Number 1. Solve into the back slot more often.
Huh? What? Oh, that makes sense.
Obviously, you do have to discern when to do this, and there are times when you shouldn't solve pairs into the back slot.
That makes sense, though, because then you've got all the stuff you're looking for is in the front or the top instead of the back, okay?
But if you're not doing this at all, it could potentially be harming your solves because solving into the front slots gives you less places to look for pieces without...
Doesn't it make you rotate more, though? I thought, because I've been I always solve with blue facing me. Why? I don't know, I just do. No, that's, yeah. Yellow on top and blue facing me. Or I certainly do for my cross anyway. But then I stick to that orientation. Like I'll always have green in the back all the way through F2L, no matter what I'm doing. So inserting into the back first would mean more rotations. Can my brain cope with that? I don't know.
Number 2. Memorize every case. With your cases memorized, you don't have to look for your next pair after you're done solving your current pair. Instead, you can look ahead to the next pair while you're solving your current pair. However, this is easier said than done.
Well, yeah, there's like 50 F2L cases, aren't there?
It takes tons of practice to actually look ahead, even with your cases memorized. Number 2.5. Make sure to subscribe to that click button. It would really make my day.
He got us. I'll give him a like for
better
that.
Algorithms.
You've earned a like.
Chances are, you most likely have a couple cases where you don't have...
Oh, no, I'm checking out now. Oh, learn more algorithms. Oh, no. That's my Achilles heel. I've heard that I can use cubeast to grind algorithms with my Chi Smart Cube. I've heard that's a thing. I don't know how to do it. I think I need to find out. Either there's a tutorial somewhere or I need to make a tutorial. But I think for goobers like me, like being able to grind algs with a smart cube is like, I love that. And I think that would be a bit of a game changer for me. Because I started learning proper F2L on the iCarry, funnily enough. But it was such a big dumb idiot desyncing POS turd that I just got tired of it. I hated it. I actually hated it. I've got such a bad experience with the iCarry. You need the premium version of cubeast. Well, let's have a look, eh? Is it just cubeast? Cubeast. What's premium cost? I've never even been on Cubeast. I accept that cookies are here. Go to the app. Okay, so I got to make an account. Okay, that's fine. We can cross that bridge when we come to it. About. Cubeast is a speedcubing timer for Bluetooth cubes. This is crazy. How am I just learning about this now? I thought Cubeast was just like a dumb timer. $5 a month? God damn. How am I only finding out about this now? This is so silly. Is it easy to connect cubes to it? All existing 3x3 Bluetooth cube models are supported. Support for new ones is added as soon as possible. Academy. You can focus on improving one specific cubing skill with an exercise tailored to help you do just that. Karko, no, I didn't actually. I know people have. I think initially cubeast might have been like horrible to use, and I just went, nah, I can't be bothered. Or it was like coming out back in 2022 when life was not conducive to cubing or having fun of any kind. For me personally, but this is cool. Sometimes you need to grab the MAC. What the hell is an MAC? But it's simple. Okay, this might have to be a mission. That's definitely a mission for the future. All right.
One good algorithm.
All right. Okay, Cube. Maybe I'll learn algs if I can get cubeast to work. Then I will consider learning algs. Okay. Are you happy?
The best thing to do in this situation is just to look online for better algs. But wait, that's not all. You must be discerning, because what may look like a really creative algorithm without rotations, like this one for example, could be bad in other ways, like in look ahead or finger tricks. I remember learning a lot of rotationless algorithms for every case that involved a lot of weird finger tricks and weird look ahead, but I just told myself, at least they were rotationless.
That's what I've been doing. I've been keeping it rotationless because I thought that was good. But Cube says, no, not good. Dang it.
Kept using a couple of them, but just
oh, MAC address is a wireless device address. Okay, I'm with you.
Reverted to my original algorithms with R and U moves later on. Number 4, be aware of your finger tricks. I don't mean find
I'd need to learn some
and easier
to
algs.
be aware of them.
I'm saying to pay attention to how you execute those algs. Number 5. This is pretty specific, but it has annoyed me enough times to make me put it in this video.
Okay.
Diagonal pairs. These were a nightmare for me. I would
Diagonal
have to look at the
pairs?
top layer only to find that there are no pieces left. Then look at the slots only to find all the pieces misoriented. But fear not. Even if you can't avoid this situation, you can at least prepare for it. Make sure that as you're solving the second diagonal pair, you're first looking into the front slot, which is likely...
Oh, so a diagonal pair then is when you're just left with... when you've solved two diagonally across from each other. Is it specifically when they're all in the spot and there's nothing in the top layer?
Unaffected by your algorithm. Once you have determined that there are no good pieces in that slot, then you can look at the top layer, which is guaranteed to have at least 2 good pieces, which is a fair amount of information. But again, you can avoid this altogether by just choosing to solve adjacent pairs, unless you have to solve diagonal pairs. That was it for this video. I hope you liked this format, short and sweet.
I did.
Make sure to subscribe that click.
I did. That's how to make information videos. I like that a lot. Coca, did you see SpeedCube Reviews F2L video? No, I haven't watched that. Maybe I should, eh? Maybe I should investigate Cubeast. Maybe I should look at SpeedCube Reviews F2L video. There's lots to learn. Lots of things to be getting on with. Thank you very much to Cube for the 5 essential rules of F2L. Link will be in the description. Go and check out his video. Give him a like. Give him a sub. I wasn't subbed this morning, so I sorted that out. All right, F2L. There it goes. Get out of here. Get his video. Done F2L. Okay, sweet. What do we want to look at? Let's take a look. Let's go for a little palette cleanser. Let's have a look at this this single that I've been told. Apparently, I need to review this reaction. So let's have a look, shall we? This is the 191 ASR clock single by Carl Aberkes on the red clank.
8 seconds.
Let's see. Ooh, I like what I'm seeing. Oh, we've got a double angle. Yo, big thumbs up from the judge. Oh my days. Oh my days, this is outstanding. Great suggestion, everyone. Okay. All right, let's get technical on it now, shall we? Remember, let's remind ourselves what we're looking for. Volume. Amplitude out of chair. God, no backflip. 3 out of 10. We're looking for volume. We're looking for amplitude of leap. We're looking for aura, the Timmy pull. What else are we looking for? Disrespect. And we're looking for extras as well. Those are our 5 criteria, I'm pretty sure, that we are looking for in our reactions here. So I think the second angle is better. Let's just go straight to the second angle. And I'll... Okay. First of all, big hit, big amplitude, big disrespect for the judge. He was literally reaching for the cube as he was screaming, as Carl was screaming check at him. I love to see that, honestly. I love to see it. Disrespect to your surroundings always, everyone. That's what we look for. The thumb goes up. I love that. I'm gonna give a bonus point for judge style here as well. The judge is just like, I know the assignment. Big thumbs up. It's good. Let's get that hype going. Let's get that aura working. And then let's just have another look here. That's great. That's really good. Really good amplitude and speed out of the chair. Has the chair's gone over? The chair's gone over as well. Perfect. Perfectly executed chair tip on that one as well. I want to give an honorable mention to this ancillary Timmy in the background here. The goofy hat's a nice touch. You watch this. Watch this. Yes, he doesn't care what the judge has to say. He's already hype. He's already on it. Huge aura. Yes, Coca. Huge aura from this guy at the back here. Huge timer abuse, judge abuse, furniture abuse. It's got everything. Look at the height on that. The height on that is outstanding. A great leap. We love to see it. Off he goes. Look, he's not even... It's barely started the downward curve before he gets out of the screen. The Timmies are on top of it already. There's possibly a senior Timmy here, just as hype as everyone else, losing his metaphorical and literal mind. This judge is just bailing. So, there's no one competing there. So I cannot see the full extent of the size of this layer. I don't know how many stages there are here, but the situationally speaking, this is great as well, because this looks like it's in a mall. There's people over here just like trying to do their job, and they're just like, what the hell? What is happening? What are all these Timmies about? The screams in terms of pure volume and pitch are outstanding. Really nice to see. That's exemplary stuff. I'm very... Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, I think I heard a what the F. That's also disrespectful. Lovely. That's a high functioning Timmy. Just right on the spot. Johnny on the spot. Timmy on the spot. Giving it that Brendan Dunnigan vibe. This is remarkable. This is truly remarkable stuff. I'm very impressed. That's a great suggestion. I can't remember who made the suggestion in my comments. But thank you for that, because that was exceptional. Ancillary Timmy in the back doing a lot of heavy lifting there, John, but didn't really, even without him, it would have still been really inspiring stuff. The only he's going to lose points for extras, because I don't see any evidence of anyone being able to get an extra. I'm assuming, I'm just based on assumptions, that's like that was a Sol 5, it looked like, because there was no one else on the stations. So, thank you so much to Ilialakolas one up. Eliakasakwanop. A square one up. Oh my gosh, react to current ASR single. I did. You can have a heart. There you go. All right. Yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that a lot, actually. That was cool. Very impressive stuff. Shall I give him a... I'm going to... I'll do a little review on here. Incredible reaction. Here are some notes. What an arsehole. Incredible reaction. Here are some notes. Ancillary Timmy in the background with a goofy hat was a nice touch and definitely added to the aura score. Disrespect levels were very nice, including judge, furniture, timer, and people in the mall just doing their jobs. Great stuff. Let me see. What else did we say? People in the mall just doing their jobs. Great stuff. Nice height out of the chair. Nice height out of the chair. Missed a point for extras. Missed the point for extras. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like you were the last one solving. Happy to be corrected. Of course. I can't give it a 9 out of 10. No, I'd have to give it an 8. I think an 8.5. Because even if I found out there were extras, it still doesn't. There's not enough in there in the height to beat Garrett. You know, when Garrett went up and then hit the chair on the way down? There wasn't that. Also, I would have liked to see a few more bad high fives. Would have liked to see some awkward / failed high fives. Otherwise, very good. Otherwise, very, very good. And an incredible all-rounder. 8.5 out of 10. There we go. Is that fair? That seems fair, eh? Incredible reaction. Here are some notes. Ancillary Timmy in the background with a goofy hat was a nice touch and definitely added to the aura score. Disrespect levels were very nice, including judge, furniture, timer, and people in the mall just doing their jobs. Great stuff. Nice height out of the chair. Missed the point for extras. Unless I'm mistaken, it looks like you were last on solving. Happy to be corrected. Would have liked to see some awkward, failed high fives. Otherwise, very, very good. An incredible all-rounder. 8.5 out of 10. I'm such a dickhead. Oh, that was fun. Congratulations on your ASR and a truly awesome reaction. Very, very good. We take this very seriously. Very, very seriously around here, everyone, okay? ASR, that was great. What a great suggestion. I really appreciated that. Shall we have a look at this problem with the cubing community video? I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. You've caught me, sir, with your title and your thumbnail here. Cube. Only 173 subscribers. Well, hold on a second there. There's a bit of a disclaimer in the description. Let's read it. I'm not trying to call anyone out here. Please do not be offended. Well, I'll wait and see. This video aims to point out some good stuff and bad trends within the Cubing community and how to fix the bad ones and how to encourage the good ones. I will mention some issues within the Cubing community and miscommunications when introducing the Rubik's Cube to someone new. Again, please do not be offended by anything I say, my footage, or the thumbnail. Also, I had lots of issues with re-rendering, so bear with my messed up edits throughout the video. Please don't copyright strike me. I need to feed myself. Oh, he has a blog as well. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the problem. Let's find out. with what the problem is with the cubing community by Kyōob here from August the 5th. Part 1. All right. All right, if you're going to have parts, sir, can I give you a tip? If you're going to have parts, put them in the description.
There's a huge problem in the cubing community, and it's mostly coming from people like us,
What?
speedcubers.
People like
This
me?
big problem is halting speedcubing's growth. Let me explain.
Okay.
This video is hugely inspired by Adam Ventzer's blog, which you can check out in the description below.
Oh. Oh, it's not his blog. It's someone else's blog. Adam Venter? Back in 2019. Interesting. You Can Do the Cube. I've got that one. I've got that book. John, juice in the memberships. Congratulations, Ricky Ricardo from Oklahoma. Oh, nice to see you, John. Good to hang out. Catch you soon. I want to play games soon. I want to find out what you and Martin are playing so that we can play something online. I want to go pew pew pew. I've heard that Master Chief Collection is coming to PS5. If that happens, I'm going to disappear. I'm going to disappear for a month. What was I watching? Oh, yeah. Okay, so here we go. So there's a blog that this is based on by that guy, he said, Adam Vetzer, who, again, I've never heard of. Navigating the world of speedcubing and its integration into mainstream culture. Can I increase the volume of the vid? Yeah, it's quite quiet, isn't he? Yes, I can, is the short answer.
He has some wonderful insights that can impact the impact of cubing. And before we start, make sure to subscribe, that click button if you haven't already.
That's a nice little
really
hook.
Make my day.
That's a nice little hook. He's used that in both videos. Subscribe the click button, everyone. That's pretty funny.
Will have the elitist participants that ruin it. Instead of promoting participation and improvement, they focus on competition. For example, when we see another cuber go viral on
that's
YouTube
an editing
that,
error.
let's say, averages 20 seconds, many people will go straight to the comment section and say, "Oh, but I'm faster than you," or something like that. I love how Mr. Vetzer puts it. The unfortunate truth is that young cubers seeking recognition and acceptance for their skills come off as elitist, turning off the general public from the hobby. Okay,
yeah. I can see that. Also, just don't be a jerk. Just like let people have their moment, you know what I mean? Someone hits their first sub 25 average. Just be like, hype, yeah, let's go. I'll say that people being negative about that are in the minority in my own perception.
I think this is so true, considering the competitive environment in speedcubing, always striving to be the best. But we must remember that the cubing community isn't about just speedcubers.
True.
It's about all the puzzle enthusiasts and the cubers who just solve the cube for fun.
True, or just want to watch solving cubes. Just want to watch cubes getting solved. You know?
Part of our job as cubers is to draw the public in, instead of putting our knowledge as, "Oh, I looked up a tutorial on YouTube," or "I use an algorithm." This may come off as too complicated or confusing to non-cubers, especially with the stereotype that you have to be smart to solve a Rubik's Cube.
I always tell people it's just an illusion of intelligence. It's a personality buff. It's the illusion of intelligence. Really, I can follow simple instructions. Really, when we break it down, you know, we can follow simple instructions and we can repeat things over and over again. We can retain knowledge. Well, because this brings us to a big debate, doesn't it, about what is intelligence? Is intelligence the ability to retain knowledge, or is intelligence the ability to, I don't know, something else? I'm not very intelligent, so I'm having trouble with this definition of intelligence. Retaining knowledge is one thing, but it's not necessarily intelligence. It's the ability to use that knowledge effectively and responsibly. Does that make sense? Maybe I should look up a definition here, actually. Definition of intelligence. The ability to acquire and apply. The ability to inquire and apply. Ephemica, there's nothing speedy about my solves. I just like cubes. Well, that's kind of my vibe as well. I'm not a speed cuber. That's why I make the content that I make, because I cannot make content that is watchable because I solve fast. Like, I'm not a fast solver. I can't do it. And I won't do it, damn it. Because I can't. So, yeah. I can't remember why we got distracted there, but we did. Again, not that intelligence. An idea that I've had for the stream, which would definitely be good, but I will never do because I don't think I can handle it, would be doing an IQ test. I've never done one, and I'm scared of what the result might be.
One solution when communicating our interests to someone new is not to dumb down some of the cubing language we speak, but to be open to explanation and answering questions. Buzzwords like algorithms or permutations can turn off many people, but as long as you explain it, then most people should understand it.
Yeah, right. So this is about how we just approach talking about it. You go too fast sometimes. Like, it happened last night when someone was trying to explain this game to someone. And it was the end of the night and they were quite tired. They weren't really open to receiving information. And the person could have just explained at a very high level what the game was and maybe what the win condition is, right? Like, win condition is always a really good place to start when explaining a game to someone, I think. It's just like, you need to get 12 victory points to win. Oh, sick. Sure. How do I get those victory points? Well, there's a number of ways. Start with a simple one. And like, get more in depth if they're showing interest. The same with cubing as well, you know what I mean? So it's like, if anyone's like brand new and they're asking, well, how do you do that? There's an algorithm, isn't there? They'll always, do you find that? People will just be like, oh, there's an algorithm though, isn't there? You learn an algorithm and then you can solve the cube. I'm like, well, not really. There's hundreds of different algorithms depending on what you're looking at. And then I'll be like, so we use this method called CFOP, which is 4 stages. So we solve a cross, then we do pairs, then there's 2 more stages where we do the last layer. And it's like, that's the end of that statement. And then if they want to know more, they'll ask more. But if they don't want to know more, then they won't, you know, that's fine. They'll go away and maybe they'll come back later. And it's like, I'm not going to open with, well, actually, I use, in my PLL stage, in my permutation of the last layer stage, I use 21 different algorithms, which are case dependent, situation dependent. You know what I mean? One of those is easier to access for a non-cuber than others. And I think that's the point that Kyōob is making here. How do I pronounce O with a straight line over it? Kyōob. How do you pronounce an O with a line over it? I know how it works in Te Reo Maori. Yeah, long O sound. Oh, it's the same. It's just like a macron in Te Reo Maori. Cube. Cube. Like a foghorn. I got
A great
it.
example is Cameron from Speedcube Shop.
Never heard of him. Who?
This news interview, he did a really great job of summarizing the hobby for non-cubers. And if you notice, he did say buzzwords like algorithms or look ahead, but he made sure to explain everything and placed great emphasis on the importance of practice over intelligence or knowledge.
Interesting. Shatter Cam. Part 2.
I touched on this before, but I want to talk about the toxic elitist.
The toxic elitist. Are you a toxic elitist? I'm not an elitist, but I am toxic.
The irony in that statement is that most of these cubers yearning for recognition are younger, like me. Well, I have to accept that. Younger people do tend to enjoy recognition, but I'm not saying that recognition is bad. Recognition is the entire reason people are exposed to cubing. It's the kind of recognition that could be potentially harmful.
Okay, so now we're getting into the youngins. Now we're getting into the whippersnappers, the alphas who have grown up always knowing social media and always knowing what likes are and always knowing what subs are. Toxic elitist Mike for MSL, yeah. Toxic Mike would have been good, actually. Maybe he's a season 2. I'll get rid of FTO Mike and put in Toxic Mike. So yeah, no, this is interesting. We're all content brained, and it's not just young people. Like, people my age Some people my age are not as I'm definitely more content brained than a lot of my contemporaries are, who are just not in the business of it. You know, it's kind of what I've become interested in and made a career out of. I get probably harken back to performing as a kid, being on stage as a kid, and then being a musician as a young adult and an adult. I'm definitely more content and recognition brained than a lot of other people my age are. But I think for a younger generation, like my kids both talk about being YouTubers. They both are just like, oh, we need to subscribe to this channel because they told me to subscribe. So they know all this. They know what all these fundamental content things are that I just didn't know about when I was their age. So yeah, you approach hobbies differently. Like when I was Cube's age, I was just I was skateboarding and not filming it because I would have had to use my dad's literal video camera, which I was not allowed out the house, which is fair actually on him. That's totally fair. So I was doing that, and I was painting Warhammer models and like not posting them on Instagram because that wasn't a thing. Like you couldn't broadcast any of that stuff. It was very rare that anyone would ever see my Warhammer stuff because I was just doing it. It was different back then, but yeah, he's making a valid
They
point.
want to be recognized as the best, or at least faster than someone else.
Yeah, it's that instant access to flexing is the difference, I think, between growing up in the 90s and growing up now.
This not only causes tension within the cubing community, but it could also turn off some potential seekers in this new hobby.
And it also encourages cheating as well. It also encourages people to do fake stuff. And people in this community do not like that, as we are seeing currently with one. I can't remember what his name is. Some kid that's been certainly being. I'm not going to comment on it, but he's certainly being accused of doing fake solves. He's never done a competition. Chang, camcorder was the size of a shoebox when I was his age. Yeah, same. No, my one didn't have VHS tapes that went in it. Thank you, Efemica. I was slightly more advanced than that. It was it wouldn't have been digital 8, but it was mini 8. It was 8mm tape anyway. And digital 8 is the one that I had when I was in uni.
It makes cubing seem hard to start because it makes cubing seem toxic and unfriendly. Let's face it.
Doesn't make it seem very accessible, does it?
The average age of the entire speedcubing and cubing community is under 18. So that
the average age of Rubik's Cube enthusiasts generally falls between the ages of 10 and 20. With a noticeable peak in the 18 to 20 age range. Yeah, okay, interesting. That could be quite old now. I don't think that takes into account China necessarily anymore.
means much of the influence that non-cubers are facing are from less experienced communicators. And as a result, the topic of speedcubing can seem difficult or complex. A solution is to reflect back to how we all started cubing. We probably saw someone else do it, and we were fascinated by how impressive their skills were. Also, our current level also comes with tons and tons of experience and practice, not just pure intelligence. We need to remember.
Amy, is cheating really a huge deal though? I'm not super on the YouTube side of cubing. I stay more on the hardware WCA side, and people faking stuff is never a topic of conversation in my experience. No, I think you're probably right. It's more of a YouTube it's more of a content specific thing. The cheating. But then the content space is where a lot of people are being exposed to cubing. I would probably argue.
All slow at one point. We all came
at one point
from somewhere, and this somewhere needs to be emphasized more because it's when you're slower than most people when you can actually learn a lot from others.
True. I learned some F2L from you today, Kyōob.
In fact, I'd argue that that's one of the reasons many people quit cubing after a short time. Because they're trying to improve and learn by themselves without anyone to help them or guide them. That's partly because cubing isn't that widespread yet. And the reason for that is because of poor communication. It's kind of like a chicken.
Now I will 100% agree with that. We don't do a good job of promoting ourselves outside of cubing, which is what I've tried to work on with sponsorships, which is why G Fuel, shout out, use code Mike32314 at gfuel.com. Really stoked that they came on board with both me and and PSL as well. By the way, if anyone else is a content creator, I do have a link. I do have like a referral link that you can use if you want to apply for a G Fuel sponsorship as well. Because I think they're interested in getting into the cubing space.
In an egg situation where one thing happens and everything just reproduces, multiplies. That's the right word. Together. That was a lot to digest. So if you feel lost, you can comment your questions. If you enjoyed this video, please help me beat the YouTube algorithm by...
Don't beat the poor algorithm. Poor old algorithm, eh? Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what the biggest takeaways were from the problem with the cubing community. Apart from just like, be nice. Be nice to each other. Eh? Would ya? Let's see some of the comments. People be yapping. Yeah, communication is a big essential that helps others understand. Zebra cubes. Am I subscribed to Zebra cubes? 1.5K. I suppose I should subscribe, eh? 1.5K. Should probably subscribe. They got a shorts game. Probably. Boing. Get out of there. Okay, I was looking at the comments. Clickbait thumbnail. See, coming in instantly with the negs. Clickbait. But then good points. The competitive aspect is also amazing and keeps the hobby viable. I dislike the fact that the thumbnail is pure clickbait, but the video saves it because it's actually decent. Yeah, well, you'd never have watched the video if it wasn't a decent thumbnail that made you click. You egg! That is how the platform works. It's boring hearing this stuff over and over again. What was the thumbnail again? It's not. I don't think it's clickbait. I back that. He's saying, hey, are elitists potentially toxic? I think that's a totally valid thumbnail. It's not promising something that isn't in the video. I think it's fine. It's fine. Don't listen to them, Cube. Oh, and there's a JPerm video. Those ones juice pretty hard as well. I should just make JPerm videos. Then I'll be cooking. Hold on, is that video even about JPerm though? That could be clickbait. Anyway, on your cube, love to see it. Love to see it. Chan, communication is sort of an issue for any community. Yeah, true. Like learning to speak to people who don't know what you're talking about is a huge, well, it's just a huge marketing problem. It's like what I do at work at the moment for my other job as well. You know, it's just like, hey, nobody can buy your thing if people don't know what your thing is. Like, why should they? You haven't answered the question, why should they? That's a valid question to ask about any community or product or service. Why should anyone listen to you? Why should anyone buy your thing? And if you don't have a good answer to that question, then you're not communicating properly, or you're unable to communicate properly. In my humble opinion. That was a cool vid. I enjoyed that. Good on you, Cube. Curb. I like finding new channels like that. That's exciting. Should we have a listen to what Luke's saying? Do you reckon that might be a go? Shall we have a listen to what old mate Luke Griesser? Is this an ad for coaching, sir? Could be. I don't mind if it is. I don't mind if it is. What's Luke saying? Let's have a listen.
I finally got a mount.
Yo, Yay. Pro. Big
so
leagues.
We are.
So this is the thing that Luke does sometimes, which is he'll just have a yap in his car on the way to school or whatever. Amy Kitsu, I definitely need to dive deeper into the YouTube side of cubing. It's against my own self-interest to have no idea what's going on in that space, lol. There's bits going on. There's bits going on. I feel like I'm always looking critically at cubing on YouTube because I feel like it's one of our biggest ways of being discovered. It's our biggest discovery route in. It's not competitions. It's the content. The content is how people can get in. That's something that really interests me. Anyway, what's Luke saying?
And 4 days out from U.S. Nationals, which is Cubing USA All-Stars.
Ooh, the All-Stars, true.
I'm going, duh. And
Duh.
I'm a little scared, I'm not gonna lie. Life has recently gotten in the way of cubing.
Yeah, it does that. It does that. The older you get, the harder it is to do anything.
And yeah, that's just how it is sometimes. I started college. I am now a business owner and a manager at the business that I own.
Oh, okay.
I'm also a coach. If you want coaching, let me know.
Ad.
But like having to balance school and work and cubing and everything, like, I don't know, man. It's just one of those things had to take a back seat, and cubing has kind of been that thing.
Valid.
But I mean, like I said in my world's Instagram post, like, I'm not done. I got 4 more years left. Well, I don't know how long I got left.
I was about to say 4 more years. Why? That's one more term. 4 more years for Luke Griesser. 4 years seems a bit arbitrary, but then he immediately clarified. So fair enough.
But I'm not done. Nationals is the next thing that I'm worried about. So
that you're focused on. Let's change this negative language, Luke. On prep, let's change this negative language. Let's reframe that to the next thing I'm focused on, not the next thing I'm worried about.
I don't know. I'm gonna switch up prep for nationals this year. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about.
Prep me. Let's go.
Phil and I came up with an interesting idea of, like,
Juice.
What would happen if speedcuber actually trained like an athlete?
And they should, like the Chinese do.
And so I'm gonna take the next 9 weeks and do that to myself.
I'm interested to hear where this goes.
Well, 10 weeks technically if you include this one.
I do. Carry on.
But over the next 9 weeks, I'm going to be making a schedule for myself for cubing,
Nice.
lifting,
Nice.
and I'm going to be following a decently strict diet.
Nice.
So the purpose of that is, like, if you lift and eat foods that are good for your health,
And get sleep. Don't forget to sleep.
it improves your cognitive function. And if your cognitive function is improved, obviously that's like half of what cubing is. Cubing is a very, very mental sport.
Hell yeah.
And
I like that it's becoming just common parlance now to talk about cubers as athletes and to talk about cubing as a sport.
the
Well,
other half of
that works
that
for me.
Is, training for cubing. So
Duh.
lift,
It durred me twice.
the lifting and the diet is for cognitive function and just personal well-being. And then
This is a big mind shift thing. It's like, my coach had a big yap to me as well about the gym and everything like that. It's about how sleeping is training. Like, recovery is as much part of the process as lifting the weights up. If you don't focus on recovery and nutrition, you're missing a huge part. You can't just lift all day. You'll just wreck yourself. You won't get any bigger. You won't get any stronger if you're not doing the things that support the lifting. So yeah, same with the and then he's saying that, these things that improve your cognitive function, make you feel better, make your brain work better, make your thoughts clearer, are gonna work for cubing. This is big. This is
cubing
smart.
Part is going to be very different. So whenever I coach people, I am very much like, I push drills for sure. So like, let's take this kid who I met with this morning. His name is Tommy. Watch out for him, by the
Timmy.
way. Tommy Lynn from either Australia or New Zealand. I can't remember which one.
First of all, rude. First of all, Luke, rude. It's not a name I recognize, so I'm going to guess Australia.
But he's going to be a freaking beast because his turning is absolutely amazing, and he's been cubing for like 6 months or something.
Tommy Lynn, did he say? He's from the UK. Can't find him. Never mind. I probably shouldn't look him up
Already
anyway.
averages like high 10. Kid's
What? 6 months, high 10?
gonna be crazy.
Get out of town.
He started working with me. That's not even biased. Like, I'm not even saying that because I'm coaching him.
Yes,
Like,
you are.
This kid has
Own it.
potential, even if I wasn't coaching him. But
Okay.
he came to me for coaching, and I gave him a daily routine thing. I gave him 2 options. I was like, I can either give you a bunch of resources and you can do your own daily routine, or I can make one specifically for you. He was like, okay, I'll
Like getting a program from your coach at the
take
gym.
the resources. So I gave
Love
him
that.
resources, and I said, okay, these are the best resources for cross, for F2L, for last layer, last slot, last layer, everything. And he takes a couple like days, and his mom texts me and is like, hey, just the resources are a little overwhelming for Tommy. Can you please give him a regimented schedule? And I was like, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you gotta. You can't just. Yeah, you've got to. Part of that with great resources comes great scheduling responsibility. Butchered that. But yeah, it's overwhelming to just give someone a load of stuff because they're just like, oh God, where do I start? It's like being in uni or college or whatever and getting all the books off your reading list and being like, oh God, like what? Where do I go? What do I do? Where do I start? And then yeah, in my experience, I just be like, I'm gonna read none of them. That's a good way to approach this. Let's read none of them until somebody tells me to read one of them. That's why I dropped out of uni twice. Well,
Got you. So then I remembered what his strengths and weaknesses were, and then I came up with a daily schedule for him based on what was going well for him that over the last month. And then we met this morning, and I took a look at his solves. His turning had improved so much. So the way that I scheduled it was I was like, okay, warm up, look ahead, inspection, look ahead, and then turning. So I
imagine practicing
gave some drills
inspection.
for all of those, and then like the warm up was 10 minutes. The other 3 were all 15 minutes. So I was like, okay, you're turning. Like, he's very talented when it comes to turning, obviously. So we're gonna take the turning, and we're gonna make him train it less, and then we're gonna take the look ahead and efficiency, and we're gonna make him train it a little bit more.
It's really like a program at the gym. It's like warm up, get your body moving, get your body ready. And then you're focusing on sets in the gym. You're focusing on specific parts of your body. And then in cubing, you're focusing on specific parts of your solve. This is great.
I'm basically going to be a coach for myself, because ever since Nats 2023, I have been not doing those isolation individuals stuff. I haven't been doing any of that.
This is so common, though. This is so common. Like, taking your own advice is really hard. Taking your own advice is really difficult. And like, because I always perform better in terms of like, the stuff that I'm, sort of professional at, I suppose, which is like, marketing and stuff. Marketing and Shopify websites and all that kind of thing. Like I do much better work for other people than I do for myself, because it's hard to take your own lessons and apply them to yourself. And I also do better at the gym under a coach than I do under my own volition, because if it's under my own volition and my own direction, I'll be rubbish. I just won't go. I won't be efficient. I won't do stuff properly. But if you have someone else sorting it for you, it's great. And then if you can apply that to yourself, It's really, really powerful. So what's really interesting is I go to my job and I do a bunch of, I'm a marketing manager, so I do a bunch of their marketing, and genuinely I do stuff and I'll be sitting there thinking, this would work for the store. I should do this for the store. Why am I not doing this for the store? I'm able to come up with this stuff. Why am I not applying it to my own stuff? That's so weird. And I'll write it down and I'll be like, okay, I get to do it. I guess I'll do that then, you know? But yeah, different perspective is very, very good. I feel like that's what's happening with Luke here as well.
And slow turning every now and then for look ahead purposes. And somehow it worked for NAC 24. But like, honestly, people underperformed, and that's why I got third. But I mean, I still got third. Like, I'm very happy with the fact that I got third. I think that my hard work paid off because I didn't overperform. I performed like to my level when other people underperformed. So I still think I deserved it, but other people
deserved it on the day for sure.
Underperform, and that was evident at Worlds when I got a similar average. I got a 605 instead of a 611, and I got 12th at Worlds instead of third. So
third at Worlds was tough.
Competition is obviously doing something that I'm
tough ask.
So we're gonna see how this goes, because if this goes well, this could be a stepping stone for the future of speedcubing. What I want to accomplish is, like, as a coach, I want to get people who are committed to being full-time cubers eventually. I want people who want to speedcube for a career. And then
hell yeah. This is such an exciting point in speedcubing, I think, with Western coaches starting to take coaching more seriously, and with the cubing community, I think, starting to accept coaching as a real thing that is A, worth paying for, B, valid, and like C, just not an extra expense, not a waste of money. Because, you know, it's like, why would I pay someone to coach me when I can just learn myself like everyone else? It's just like, no, you don't understand what coaching is. You're grossly underestimating and undervaluing what coaching is. You can achieve much greater things if you have someone looking after how you practice, so that you can focus on the right practice. You know?
I come in.
I think that's exciting.
Part of my actual job is finding out a way where that can actually happen. So this is a call to action for all of you watching.
Oh, okay. I'm listening.
And if this doesn't apply to you, just, enjoy listening to what I think is gonna happen to the future of speedcubing. I want to coach people very similarly to what I'm doing to myself over these next 9 weeks. I want a cuber to be an athlete. Like, I want cubers to train like athletes. I want them to eat like athletes. And I want them to have a scheduled routine, because that stuff doesn't exist yet. There is no scientific research for what's the best routine for speedcubing. So, and
it's also he's also in a good space to be working this stuff out, because he's starting to see the reality of what it is to not be a high schooler cubing. Having all that time to cube just doesn't exist when you get to a certain age, and that needs to be taken into account into how you structure someone's coaching. I'm just gonna have
to be the one to do it. So yeah, I'm experimenting on myself the next 9 weeks, and then we'll all see the results that happen at nationals. I might start a vlog series,
I would watch,
and I've said that so many times, but I might actually start a vlog series, since I have a 30-minute commute to school every day, and I'll just make an update every Friday. That's a big commute. Something. That doesn't sound like a bad plan.
The vlog's a great plan. I'm here for the vlog about this 100%. I'm here for the vlog about this plan 100%. I'm in, Luke.
But yeah, I'm experimenting on myself for the next 9 weeks. We'll see how it goes. And if you want to be a cuber/athlete, DM me. All of my coaching and everything is unlisted because I was getting too many requests. So
that's good.
If you want coaching, DM
Love
me and
that.
I'll hit you up with the link. Yeah. Otherwise, I don't know. God bless. Have an amazing rest of your day.
That's exciting and very interesting given where we are with cubing, where a lot of our big name cubers are going at the moment in terms of life. You know, a lot of them are not aging out, but aging up into still a high performing space, but also just like thinking, and I love this. I think this is, you know, as much as we talk about the toxicity in cubing sometimes, and we've just literally talked about it in that video from Kyōob, I'm loving the sort of kind of like paternal role that some of these older cubers are taking. They're just like, all right, I need to kind of actually reflect on my cubing career and think about two things. One, how can I continue my cubing career when being competitive is no longer valid? And two, how can I make it easier for the next generation to get as good as I was and better than I was? Because a coach, I think this is another thing that people forget about coaching is a coach doesn't make you as good as they are. A coach's job is to make you better than they are. You know? That's something I think we forget. And should be taken seriously. Well, I really enjoyed that from Luke. Love to see it. I love to see a bit of sort of mature thinking into what is my spot? What is my space here? And Luke's obviously still competitive. He's not at that stage yet where he's not competitive, but he's thinking about that. He's already said 4 years, I'm probably out the game. So what next? How am I involved in cubing after that? You know? And I really am encouraged to see people thinking about that stuff. Ephemica Cuber Eats is already a channel. Ah, that's unfortunate. That's a great name. Hey, maybe that could be my that could be my mukbang channel. Cuber Eats. Oh no, there's a channel here. Cuber Eats from Japan. Made some content 6 months ago and then bailed. Okay. Fair enough. I wonder if we're done. I wonder if we're done for the day. There was Process Gan 16 review. Max's Massive Relay is just Max's Massive Relay. Honestly, I think I might just I might dip everyone. I know it's only been it's been 2 hours. It's been 2 hours. You've had something out of me, you know? And there doesn't seem to be like a ton of things going on right now. Bit of a quiet week. But I'm going to stream tomorrow because my Saturday's my birthday. So I'm going to do, I'm not going to do a birthday stream on Saturday, but tomorrow I'm going to stream, do another video game stream. I'm going to play Bully, one of my favorite Rockstar games, a relatively short one. Will I complete it? No, absolutely not. I can only stream until school pickup time anyway, because Laura's working. So I'm going to stream that tomorrow just for fun. Little bully stream. That'll be good. I won't be bullying people literally, but I will be digitally. So I'll probably get started about 9 or 9:30 tomorrow morning, about the same times we usually do Cubecast. Run it for about 5 hours. And actually, I gotta get Uber Eats going on the phone today because I'm gonna have to feed myself somehow. And I want to be... So the reason I do the birthday video game stream is because I just pretend for a minute that I'm a video game streamer. Because I would have loved to have been a video game streamer. I have done a little bit of it over on another channel. And that all came from streaming Halo last year. So I'm not going to stream Halo this year. I'm going to stream... I'll use my PS4 and I'll play Bully. Or Canis Canem Eat It, depending on where you grew up. One of my favorite games ever. It's certainly one of my favorite game soundtracks ever. Just outstanding. Thank you so much to G Fuel, Speedcube Shop, Cubing Life Academy. Thank you to John for dropping those subs. Ephemica, yes, it will be on this channel. I'll list it today. I'll schedule it today so that you can see it, and I'll be here just playing video games tomorrow and hanging out, which will be a great time. I shall have fun. All right, I'm going to peace out just now, though. We did MSL. We looked like 4 or 5 videos. That's all good. That's enough. That's enough for the week. We got some content. We'll be good. All right, I am going to head off, everyone. I love your work. Have an awesome day. Be nice to each other. Don't be toxic. All right? Don't be toxic, everyone. Be chill. All right. Bye.